So I haven't taken any videos in a while, but we've got our first cutting out of the way, and I've just been so busy. And I know everybody's busy, but I just been so busy I picked up a couple other places to bale for people. So I been busy doing their places and doing mine, and fertilizer, weed killer, and work. Through all the corona stuff, I had to keep working the whole time, so that's a good thing. So I was going to show my little equipment tour, because probably since the last fall when I've done a video, I picked up a few more pieces of equipment to help with the work that I had, doing more work. So I got a John Deere 6600 with a front end loader, so when I do round bales I can pick everything up, because I was borrowing the neighbors and that gets to be a chore, you know, we go borrow something. But I can also use this. When I bought it, I bought a John Deere 275 cutter, disc cutter, and that's kind of nice. It's a 9-foot cut and you can go pretty fast through the field, so that sped things up. And as you can see, we was not supposed to get any rain till Tuesday, and we haven't had any in 6 weeks, and we got 5 inches last night. Luckily my place is pretty sandy, so there was very little runoff. It probably took about 5 or so hours, 6 hours, whatever, for the rain to get the 5 or 6 inches. So it wasn't a hard downpour, but the soil was so dry we really needed it. So we also still have the 1394 here. I like this one a lot. Just it does a lot of things, and it's the right size for me. Might be too small for other people, but it's about 70 horsepower, 72, somewhere in there. And I still have the Case 8450 round baler. String tie, but it does a good job. I've baled for other people this year, and I've done probably close to 50 to 75 bales this spring already. And that's quite a bit for me, you know, just 2 different places I baled for some guys. And I did a little adjusting on the tension, how compact the bales were, because I make mine probably 5 to 5.5 feet. I think in this area here, a lot of people have 4x4 bales, and but the bales also weigh close to 1,200 pounds, and I think they're used to getting 800-pound bales, so I'm loosening that up a little bit. Another thing that I got this spring, was this Heston V-rake, which does 2 inrows at the same time, 18 feet. Puts it into a pile in the back, and that's good. It you can transport it behind your pickup. These things fold in and lock into place so you can drive down the road. It's got 15-inch tires, and that's really nice that you can go through there and rake the field in 2 inrows at once. You can be done in no time. It really helps. And I still have my square baler, my Heston 4600. We've probably made about 500 or 600 bales this spring already. The thing is just a really good baler. The only time that it doesn't tie a bale, it seems like, is when the twine runs out and it goes to the next piece of twine. So I may have to work on how I'm tying it. It's probably the operator, me, that's doing the wrong. It just seems to miss when it doesn't, when it's in tying the knot. So somebody said something about maybe burning, take a match and burning the string together so that it doesn't come untied, or it goes through the knotter easier. But really good baler. Whenever I do get another baler, I'm going to get an inline. The Case IH 1839s, 1840s look like really good balers. I've heard nothing but good things about them, and that's probably where I'm going to go next if I can afford it. And I still have my IH 990 swather cutter, and I actually used it on this field this time just to keep it in shape. It does such a good job of cutting. It's so long, so wide, 9 foot, that you can't drive down any of the roads and you probably would have to have a heavy duty tractor and everything to pick it up to transport it. So I just use it on my place here, but it does a really good job. I wish there was a way to fold it where you could transport it down the road. And it doesn't fit back there in the back corner by that big tree. There's a bridge that crosses the creek that I have 4 acres back there in the back that I can't get across the bridge. It's too wide for that. So basically I do these 12 acres here in the front, and it does such a good job though, is why I probably won't ever get rid of it. The cost, I think I give $750 for it, and it's just such a good cutter. And I'm not sure if last time I made a equipment tour video thing, if I showed, but I also picked up a trailer last fall, I guess. Not exactly sure when I picked it up, but I traded the wire tie baler that I had in $1,000 for this trailer right here, and it's 20-foot long gooseneck, dual axle, dual rear wheels, 25,000 pound gross. It's heavier dutier than what I need, but the trade worked out good for me. The guy was hauling a bulldozer on it, so that gives you an idea of how heavy duty it is. It can handle anything I can load on it. I just wanted something lower originally that would be easier to put the bales onto and off of, and things like that, but this will work. I loaded 6 bales the other day, and it could probably haul about 12 of the bales that I bale, and it serves the purpose for what I need. I haul the tractors and stuff around to different places when I'm baling, and good little trailer though. But I just wanted to show a little stuff that came out of our garden this year. Most of them was this size. There was a few a little bit bigger than softballs, and then there was some smaller ones too. But I probably planted 250 to 300 onions. Most of them are the Texas 1015Y, and mostly just planted them to give away to people. But we like onions here, and I planted all the below ground crops, potatoes, onions, and beets, so that I could be done with them before hay season started. The onions actually came early this year. I think we had a frost on April the 15th that tricked the onions into thinking that it was coming winter, and they started bolting and setting fruit and getting big and finishing up. And it's probably the best year I've had for onions though.